Jared joining us now. Why Chicago, Jared?
Oh, you know what? Everything just fell in line. In free agency, I guess it was my first true experience with free agency. I guess you don't really know what's going to happen. What I tried to let everybody know, this wasn't just a process of, who's going to throw the most money at me and just make a rash decision. I'm at a point in my career, and I wanted to be diligent about the process. And I had a list of things that were important to me. A list of questions that I wanted to ask the coaching staff. This wasn't going to be, you like the way I play, I'm going to come play. I wanted to make sure that I was able to believe in the coach's philosophies, believe in the system, believe in the product they're putting on the field, and believe in the organization that we truly had a chance to win a game. And the Chicago Bears fit all that criteria. And then obviously the business side comes into play, and we were able to negotiate a fair contract, and I think everybody's happy. It took probably a little longer than I think most people, and even myself, thought at times. But we found the right fit at the right time at the right place, and everything worked out well.
How close was it with Seattle?
Very, very. It's a phenomenal organization, honestly. They were very transparent with us, and right back at them. It was, again, I was weighing options and weighing things, and the Bears things happened, literally last minute, and it kind of was a stealth move by them. I didn't find out until right around 5 in the morning that it was completely done. And that seems to be how things have happened,
Wait, so you were going to Seattle? You were going to Seattle? You were going to go to Seattle, and then...
No, I don't know. I hadn't made up my decision yet. I had met with them. I had great talks with them. And obviously there were some things that we were trying to work on. I came home to think about them and talk with my family and pray about them. And the thing with the Bears happened. Like I said, I'm a firm believer you always end up where you're supposed to be, and things happen for a reason. And obviously there was a few hiccups in the negotiating process with Seattle, but and it led me to be with Chicago. And I couldn't be happier to be there. Like I said, both are great organizations, but I couldn't be happier to be with Chicago.
How important is it that you get the Vikings twice each year?
Oh, you know what? Just to be in the division that I've been in for so many years, that I've had a lot of success in, and that I know the team. I think that's part of the reason why the Bears were an attraction to me, because I know what it's like to prepare against the Chicago Bears. I know what it's like to go up against that offense, and it is it's frustrating, and it sucks. And I haven't won in Chicago in 6 years of playing there, and so that to be in the division is important. The fact that I'm going to play the Vikings doesn't weigh any bearing on me. In this league, eventually you're going to play everybody, eventually. So, at some point, no matter what team I went to, I'm sure our paths would have crossed again. But, yeah, there was no animosity. There was no, I'm going to go back in and so I can play the Vikings twice a year. And so, that had nothing to do with the decision. It was just the best decision for myself and my family, and it's an opportunity I believe to win every week.
Who's with you there?
My little girl, my daughter's crying this morning.
Is she upset that you left Minnesota?
No, she's upset that I asked her to be quiet when she walked in the room.
Oh,
That's
man.
all for you, Dan. Yeah, you just made my daughter cry.
You're yelling at your kids here because of me. I love it. But do you tell the Bears what you know about them from a Vikings perspective? Did you do that during the interview process?
No. During the interview process for me, it was about asking questions about technique, defensive philosophy, just overall team philosophy, obviously, and defensive philosophy of what Coach Tucker's trying to put on the field, how he saw me fitting into that philosophy, and then with Coach P, talking to the D-line coach and really understanding, okay, how is he going about teaching his techniques? Who has he worked with in the past? How those people had success? And I know Coach P was in Dallas, and I know how that D-line worked when he was working with the D-line down there in Dallas. We got the Bears have a consultant, Joe Kim, who's done some great things with pass rushers, from working with Jason Taylor to Tamba Hali and stuff like that. So the resumes added up, and they're guys that I have similar techniques and styles with, and just asking those questions about how they're going to use me, where I fit in the defense, what kind of techniques, what's our Wednesday, Thursday like, how do they go about breaking down film, just the little questions of my day to day to know that I could be in a productive work environment, and like I said, and then with Coach Trestman's kind of reputation, philosophy, and what he's done to that offense, and like I said, the changes they've made on that defense to improve it was impressive.
Any thought of staying in Minnesota? Was there any chance?
The Vikings and I were on the same page throughout the entire last couple of years. I think we had open talks the whole time, and I never said there was always a chance at the beginning, and obviously as things unfolded, they were going in a different direction. Obviously, new staff, new younger, kind of getting younger and stuff like that, and we kind of had open talks. Like I said, no one was taken by surprise by any move, and it was just one of those things where I think both of us, careers-wise, where the Vikings were going as an organization and where I was going with my career, were in different directions, and so we parted on great terms. I got nothing but love and respect for the Vikings organization. Everybody in Minnesota will always be a great part of my life. I mean, it's a phenomenal state. I had 6 phenomenal years there, and so there's no ill feelings whatsoever.
He's Jared Allen of the Bears, joining us, Dan Patrick Show. 128.5 sacks. How many sacks do you have to get get in the Hall of Fame?
Oh, I don't know. I just keep crossing Hall of Famers off as I pass them on the list.
Yeah, but that there's a number there. There's a magical number there, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's an overall production. I don't think it's just about sacks. That obviously helps. Like I said, for me, I kind of being drafted by Kansas City. One way I benchmarked my career was by Derek Thomas. It was a huge deal for me, just personally, being able to pass Derek Thomas on the all-time sack record this year and do it in one less year than he did it in.
But I figure if you go 22 more, I put you to $150. 150 sacks.
I would hope that would work.
All right. Well, look, you got to start thinking about this. I know you have privately, but you'll think about this. Where your career, where you're going, you want to put up sack numbers. You put up 150 sacks. You got chance for a Hall of Fame with those numbers, I'd think.
I would hope so. I think I looked at what my overall average is for the year and my career, and I know exactly where I'm at. I know who I'm going to pass. I know that I can, with a good year this year, I can pass Strahan. So I would be lying if I said I didn't know it. I didn't think about it. But it's not my motivation. It's not what drives me. At the end of the day, when it's all said and done, all I want to do is go out there and be the best defensive player I can be, and win, and have a chance to win a championship. It's hard enough to win a game, a division, a playoff game here. So to be with a team now that has an offense that can put up points, that's what's exciting. And, you have the opportunities to get after the quarterback. You have the opportunities to play on defense. And at the end of the day, the sports writers and the voters will be the ones to determine what my career was if it stands at the Hall of Fame. But more importantly, when it's all said and done, I hope to have the respect of those guys who played before me and that played against me and with me. So that's how I judge myself. How
many times you sacked Cutler?
Oh, quite a few. I've been playing against Cutler since when he was back in Denver. So it's got to be close, probably above 5, 6, 7, somewhere in there.
Now you can't even hit him in practice.
I know. I have to tap him on his keister when I run by him.
I know you didn't come on to talk about it, but you have a nighttime charity golf tournament coming up. You help heroes. If you'd like, if you want to mention it, give a plug to it.
Oh, absolutely. So we have our goodness, I think it's our 4th annual Night Ops Golf Tournament out here in Phoenix. It'll be May 17th. You go to my homesforwoundedwarriors.com. All the information is right on there. And what it does, it benefits my foundation, Jared Allen's Homes for Wounded Warriors. And what we do is we build and remodel homes to make them handicap accessible for our returning our wounded vets coming home from Iraq and Afghanistan.
It's awesome. Give me that website again.
It's homesforwoundedwarriors.com.
Congrats on the signing with the Bears, Jared, and hopefully you can earn your love with your daughter again.
Oh, it's back. She's in my arms. She's already giving me hugs and kisses. So we're good.
Thank you, bud.
Thanks.
Jared Allen of the Chicago Bears.